How's it going, Kingdom Disciples? Welcome back again, guys. I wanted to talk to you again about kingdom discipleship and the importance of kingdom discipleship. And of course, someone might be asking a question, well, why kingdom discipleship? Why can't it be just discipleship or church discipleship? When you carefully follow the teaching of Jesus Christ, yes, he did talk about salvation, he did talk about eternity, but his primarily message and focus was the kingdom of heaven, the kingdom of God. And he, literally the scriptures would say, for the kingdom of heaven is like this, for the kingdom of God is like this. And he gave many examples. So it's very important for us to understand that it's not just discipleship, it's actually kingdom discipleship. And today I wanted to talk to you guys about teamwork and the importance of a team and the importance of building a team, and to learn obviously from the life of Jesus and to use him as an example, which he tends to be the greatest example of what it means to build together a team of great leaders. And I'm going to share a few, I guess you can say, principles or insights how Jesus was specifically and personally building a team, and what I guess you can say criteria that he used. And one of them is this, that Jesus did not choose most talented or the most gifted individuals. I remember when I was back in youth ministry as a youth pastor, and throughout over those years I had various team leaders and team members. Some stuck around until the end, while others just kind of filtered through. Some were very gifted, some of them just had the wrong heart, and they just wanted the microphone, they just wanted to be on the stage, and etc. And what I learned was that some of the individuals who I guess you can say had the greatest talent and abilities tend to be some of the troublemakers. Not that it's wrong to have individuals with certain gifts and talent and etc. or higher education, but it seemed like they knew that they had the potential to do certain things, but somehow it ended up getting the best of them, and ended up getting a hold of their pride and ego and etc. So with Jesus, when we follow throughout the whole four gospels, he didn't choose the greatest talent, the most successful, the most talented, those who had the degree of Jerusalem University and etc. So this is very important for us to grasp this concept that don't search for the most gifted and the most talented, because some of the greatest people that will be on your team will be people who have the greatest heart of servanthood, not because they graduated from such university, which has its own specific importance. Another one is Jesus looked at the inward heart, not the outward appearance. Sometimes we can get easily distracted by this, by thinking these people outwardly, they may have the physique, they may have the looks or whatever it may be. They'll be able to be the ones that are be able to attract more people or have a greater appeal to others. No, that's not quite so. I'm not talking about our physical beauty and stuff like that. No, the thing is, let's not get distracted by that, because sometimes that could be a distraction. Another principle is this, that Jesus chose his team members from all different type of backgrounds. I mean, literally, you had a fisherman, you had a tax collector, you had the people, just even the 12, you even had a thief on his own team. So in other words, it's always good for us to diversify our group, to diversify our team, whether it's having, both male and female gender, people of different age group. Obviously, depending on what you're doing, it's always good to have a different diversity in the group. Another one is Jesus understood that he needed other people to make his dream or vision successful. It's very true. In other words, Jesus knew that his kingdom assignment and purpose was not just all about him and what he did. Yes, he needed to fulfill a specific purpose and task upon this earth for that short time being that he had upon this earth, but he also understood that he needed to bring people around him, that when his time came, and his time did come for him to depart this earth, that these individuals would carry on this mission and vision. In other words, we're not going to live on this earth forever and eternally. A pastor of a specific church is not going to be there forever. Even his physical age will not allow him to be there forever, or a certain business owner and entrepreneur. And it's always good for us to surround ourselves with certain individuals, and specifically with at least one specific individual that'll be able to carry that baton after our time comes, or after we make a decision to pass it on. Another one is Jesus trained his team members. This is very key. Continually in those 3.5 years that Jesus was with them, he continually trained, continually asked them questions, he continually sent them on assignments. This is also very important, that those people that surround you, those people that you've put into your team, into your organization, that you need to train them. You need to invest that knowledge, that wisdom, that experience, that gifting that God has given you, those tools, those resources into that particular individual, or into that, or in those particular individuals that are part of your group, team, ministry, church, organization, etc. Jesus built strong relationships with his team. Even that Judas Iscariot, I'm more than sure, on various times Jesus, he reached out to him, and Jesus had his heart open to all the disciples, even though he knew their hearts, even though he knew somebody like Peter would betray him. Still, he was ministering to them. He was talking with them, conversating with them, helping them out, advising them, critiquing them, all the above. This is also very healthy for any team or any organization. You as a leader of wherever you are, for you to continually build a strong that type of relationship with your team member or your team members, because it's going to create a very healthy atmosphere. Another principles is Jesus built trust among his team members. Of course, we understand that the disciples, they trusted Jesus. This is also very important, that anyone within your team or organization, they need to trust you. It's not like on Monday you're like this and Tuesday you're like that, but time Friday comes around, they're like, man, the person we're following, our pastor, our leader, man, it seems like they have multiple personalities. No, they need to trust you. It doesn't mean you won't make mistakes. You will make mistakes, but at the end of the day, they need to know that you are the person that they can trust and lean upon, that they can come to you, even with the things that they face in their personal lives, the problems and the issues that they have. They can still come to you, knowing that you'll be able to help them. You'll be able to support them, and etc. Another one is that Jesus invested quality time. The last one, Jesus invested quality time into his disciples. This is very key. Even though it was only for about 3.5 years or so, it doesn't matter how long God has entrusted you with a specific individual or group of individuals. Invest quality time into them, and not only work related. If you can do certain things outside of your work, outside of the church ministry, outside of the walls of your organization, whatever it is, do that. It could be just like, hey, now, all right, guys, we're just gonna go out there and go bowling together. Let's go out there around a campfire, a retreat, or whatever it is. Obviously, and God will give you wisdom. Whether it's you just grabbing a group of guys, or if you're a female, just grabbing some of the ladies with you, wherever it is, or just combine them together in a very neutral zone of territory. So here are some of the, as I finalize, as I shared with you, some of the leadership principles that we can take away from the life of Jesus, how he built his team, how he built his organization. And I know that as we begin to apply these biblical principles, especially from the life of Jesus, into our personal life, into our ministry, into our business, into our organization, or whatever and wherever God has called you, you'll be successful, you'll be blessed, and obviously we'll be building God's kingdom upon this earth. All right, my friend, until next time.